Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, you're going to learn how you can stop your Facebook ad and optimize it so you start making the money, get that ROI that you want. So how do you stop a bad store? How do you troubleshoot your Facebook ad? It's actually quite simple. I'm going to run down. It's going to be very in depth, so make sure you stick to the end of the video. So the first thing is this. First thing you guys got to make sure you do is this. You should stop a store when you run out of things to test. So how do we know when to stop these tests? It's actually this way. You need to be able to have achieved a break in ROAS, and that stands for return on ad spend. The reason why this matters is that when you don't have enough things to keep testing, when you run out of things to test like different ads or different variables like the duration of the ad, the amount of people that are actually clicking, the amount of people who go to your landing page or your funnel page, or how many people actually end up converting, I would recommend you do it based on conversion. But again, there's a ton of different variables that come into play, and the best way to go about testing each one of these is test them one at a time and see what happens to the end result, which is your conversions. Adjust the different metrics and try to also change what type of research you're doing. And I recommend also having a research method. So maybe first you're going to start with 3 sub niches down. So you're going to niche down, let's say you're fitness. That's the first niche. The second niche is going to be fitness for men or fitness for men in their 20s, and then the third niche would be fitness for teenage men on the keto diet, and that'd be like the third niche down. So if that's the pool of people you're trying to test, then what you want to be doing is calculating that on. Then what you want to do is go into the Facebook Audience Insights tool, and you're going to be looking for keywords related to that pool of audience. So recommendations is try to find popular books or magazines and then type that in as a keyword, and then there's gonna be a chance you get that as a search result. And if you have that as a search result, it's gonna automatically target just that group of people who have those interests. Another tool that is in the same Audience Insight tool is you can see the pages they like. So you go down, look at the pages that are most related to that 3 niche area that you just researched, and then also put that into the keyword tool. And when you're testing, make sure you have at least 100,000 through 250,000 people for the search volume, because you want to have a targeted but a still relatively general, and 200 to 300,000 is actually really general. So you can get the testing result with that big of a pool. So but it's still more targeted than just doing a general check with like the 2, 3, 5 million people in a page. That would be too many. You won't get accurate results. But you'll get accurate results, and you see how well a product is testing and ad is testing based on those metrics. If you guys are new to videos, make sure to check my other videos out below, because I love to give beginners the content they need to see success online. So with that said, let's jump right back into the main video. So with that said, guys, in the next video, I'm gonna show you a really cool ad that I'm about to post, and I'm gonna let all you guys see it as well, so you guys get this free training. It's meant to help beginners or intermediate or advanced people, so you don't want to sleep on it. Don't procrastinate, and that'll be coming to you guys soon. Number 2 is this. Of course, it always helps to have a framework to work right. So the one I recommend for you guys starting out is this one. It's minimal testing framework. So let's go into it. The first part of it is you want to test 3 creative different ad types right off the bat. And you also want to test 3 thumbnails with it, and that's going to add to a total of 3 to 9 different ad sets for your ad campaign. And then you want to run those ads on lookalike audiences, LAAS. And the reason why is because you'll be able to pull from different parts of the world, but they're still going to be similar. They're still going to be related in the same area, but you'll account for maybe this part of the world is more into this trend than the US is, than the UK is. So you want to be doing this for the US, the UK, Canada, the AU, and that will get all the way up to 343 different ad sets. So 3 types, 4 different countries, and you're gonna have 3 different segments. For finding a good set of lookalike audiences, you wanna have a 95% VV, you'll have a top 5% to 25%, and the visitors by the time spent. And you wanna set it to 5% to 25% for visitors by time spent. More ways to test when you're having these ads is doing this, setting a broad single interest audiences. you want to do e-packets, you want to set it for countries, you want to make sure they're English speaking, and you want to set 10 ad sets for that. So in general, you want to have all the way up to 50 ad sets per product or per service. That's just going to give you the best effective dose. So it'll give you the most data you need for the least amount of money you need to spend to collect that data. Number 4 thing, to continue committing these kind of tests, we need to do this. When you're troubleshooting and you're trying to optimize your campaigns while using different parts of this method along with other YouTubers you're seeing, you want to be also knowing your numbers constantly, and you want to know where your break even CPP is going to be and your break even ROAS. So these are the 2 things that you're just spending for ads, and also your CPP. And of course, when you know your numbers, you can put them in a spreadsheet, you could put them in Trello, you could just make sure you know where they are and you're just tracking them regularly, because it's going to help. Because when you know how much you're investing, then all you got to do to make sure you make your money back is just hit that number. So find out how much you have to spend for ads, how much you have to spend for doing these different tests until you can break even, until you made your money back. Because once you break even, then every single thing after that is just going to be pure profit. And the moment you get it right once, the type of test is going to be very, very similar. You'll be much more experienced with the variables that affect, you know, how much money you're going to be able to get back, and how many of the variables just are like less important. So that's going to be different for these different audiences. But of course, make sure you guys pick 1 or 2 different main, like 3 niches down that you want to be trying to run ads and then eventually get products and make all that money back. Just know your numbers, guys. So a quick example of what this would look like is, let's say you have a product and its selling point is $25 per purchase of that product. So let's say you have a COGS of $6, so that just means shipping it across the world, just so that you know the price of shipping included, that costs you $6. Let's say taxes and fees, because of course you got to pay taxes if you're going to be making money running the ads and then selling products as the middleman. That's going to cost you maybe like a little bit less than $1, but you got to account for it. So let's say that's like 0.970 for tax fees. So that's what that's going to add up to. So when we take all that into consideration, our break-even CPP has to be $18.025. So that is what we have. So now we have a very clear goal. Okay, well, as long as we keep testing and the closer we can get our returns to that number, that $18 mark, then that means all we got to do is just keep running different tests and keep like pushing our returns just in the right direction. So let's say maybe you test 1 type of ad set campaigns and then you're able to get it to $15, but of course it's not 18, you're not breaking even yet. So you go back and you look back and you just test 1 different variable again, and let's say that caused you to make $16.30 more cents. Well, that's not 18, but the whole point is, okay, now we're able to move up and slowly change the variables, configure it to get it to just that sweet spot. And it's actually quite simple, because once we see and we test, we get more experience with it, you'll be a master of getting it to that sweet spot where you're spending just the right amount, you have the variables, your settings configured in the best way, so you're actually going to be making that money back. But once you hit that sweet spot, then every time after you make a sale, you'll actually be gaining profit. So that's the sweet spot that we want to be aiming for. And of course, I cannot let you guys go without this. Once you have that sweet spot discovered, well, of course, you're going to be running this product for as long as possible. So let's say, you know, you start seeing sales diminish. Now what? Well, the best thing is you already know how to do it once. So if you want to continue making money with this type of business model, then all you got to do is find another niche, or what I recommend better is stay in the same niche, but change the very 3rd product. So if it's still fitness that you want to be in, okay, cool, stay in fitness, maybe change to women this time and try to do women who want to lose weight with the keto diet instead of men. And that's going to give you a whole nother audience base, and there's going to be a whole nother tons of products that you can go research, and then you can start promoting with doing these split tests. Guys, you know, it is complicated at first, but that's good because you're going to learn a lot. It's a great filter for keeping competition relatively low. But once you know all the variables, once you see the test for yourself, you're going to get very familiarized with what is needed to actually make a product profitable using ads. And of course, once you master ads, it's extremely, extremely potent when making your money back, because you can do it anywhere in the world. You can go and you can take this to any different category, any different product. So you got to see the benefits and all of that. So it's going to take a while before you see results, but it takes a while with anything. And me personally, I'm going to continue using free traffic because I love the ability to build it up. Thanks you guys for all the support, by the way, because we're about to hit to 100 subscribers. I've been posting for around a month now, and I know I wouldn't be in the position I am now without all of you guys' constant support. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for helping me grow day by day. And I'll continue to post more content to give you guys that extra little boost. So with that said, guys, I hope you really love this video. Like I said, the support. So show me that love by smashing that like button, comment down, running my ads. Then I want you to hit subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you know whenever I post my latest video. That said, have an awesome rest of your day. Peace out, dudes.